Psychologists have discovered something fascinating about people with extremely high IQs. There's one specific ability that these individuals share, one skill that they can consistently execute in a way that most people can't, and it has nothing to do with math, memorization, or being the smartest in a room. In fact, it's something so subtle, so quiet, that most people fail to notice it at all. But for highly intelligent individuals, this ability is crucial to their mental performance, and it's something that they've mastered to such a degree that it seems effortless. The first habit that sets extremely high IQ individuals apart is what psychology calls cognitive inhibition, or the pause. This is the ability to stop an automatic emotional reaction before it happens, to create a mental gap between emotion and action, and to make a deliberate choice in how to respond to a situation. For most people, reactions happen almost instantaneously. We feel an emotion and we act on it. But highly intelligent individuals create a moment of space, even if it's only a split second, where they pause before responding. This pause is powerful. It allows their reasoning brain to override the emotional one. It's not that they don't feel anger, frustration, or other emotions. They just don't let those emotions drive their behavior. Instead, they take a moment to assess the situation, to think about the best response, and then they act. The result? Better outcomes in both their personal and professional lives. By learning to pause, they reduce the chances of reacting impulsively, making rash decisions, or saying things they'll regret. This simple but incredibly effective habit is one of the key reasons why people with high IQs tend to navigate life with more composure and clarity than others. The second habit is what we call mental control, and it's closely tied to something psychologists refer to as executive control. Executive control is a mental process that governs self-regulation, planning, restraint, and decision-making. It's what allows highly intelligent individuals to stay calm, even under pressure. When others might panic, become anxious, or lose focus in stressful situations, people with high IQs seem to mentally zoom out. They can evaluate the consequences of their actions, take a step back, and make decisions that are thoughtful, deliberate, and measured. This level of control is what allows them to excel in situations where others might falter. It's not that they're impervious to stress, they just manage it differently. They recognize the importance of evaluating the situation from all angles and weighing the potential outcomes before they make any decision. By doing this, they avoid emotional decision-making and instead make choices based on logic and reason. The third trait that sets high IQ individuals apart is something that psychologists call real-life calm. This refers to their ability to remain calm and composed in situations where most people would react impulsively or emotionally. When they're insulted or criticized, they don't immediately defend their ego or lash out. When something goes wrong, they don't panic or spiral into a negative mindset. Instead, they pause, observe, and then respond deliberately. This level of emotional regulation is linked to high working memory, which is the ability to hold and process information in the short term. Highly intelligent individuals have a well-developed ability to regulate their emotions, which helps them maintain control in challenging situations. Their calmness is often misinterpreted by others as coldness or indifference, but in reality it's a sign of emotional maturity and strength. Rather than reacting emotionally in the moment, they take the time to process and respond in a way that leads to more positive outcomes. The fourth ability that highly intelligent people possess is one that most of us take for granted: brain wiring. The human brain has evolved to respond quickly to threats, to react instinctively when faced with danger or discomfort. This system, designed for survival, is automatic and doesn't require much mental effort. However, in everyday life, especially when dealing with challenging situations, reacting quickly can often lead to poor decisions. High IQ individuals have learned to redirect their brain's natural instinct for quick responses into more deliberate, controlled actions. Slowing down requires mental awareness and energy, and people with high IQs are better at using this mental energy to think critically, logically, and rationally. They can manage their impulses and turn off the automatic survival mode, allowing them to respond more effectively in situations that require thoughtful analysis rather than immediate reaction. This brain wiring is key to their ability to navigate complex scenarios, solve problems, and maintain control in challenging environments. The fifth characteristic of people with high IQs is misunderstood strength. Their calmness and composure are often misinterpreted by others as coldness or emotional distance. Their silence is sometimes seen as weakness, but psychologists explain that this restraint is not a sign of emotional detachment. It's actually a sign of confidence and cognitive strength. High IQ individuals don't feel the need to assert their dominance or defend their ego in every situation. Instead, they are secure in themselves and their abilities, which allows them to maintain their composure even in stressful situations. This is not to say that they don't experience emotions, but rather that they have learned how to manage them effectively. They know that emotional reactions can cloud judgment and hinder rational thinking, so they choose to maintain a calm and controlled demeanor instead. This ability to stay calm and composed in the face of adversity is often a distinguishing feature of highly intelligent people. If any of these traits resonate with you, it's possible that your mind is operating at a higher level than most of the people around you. It's not always easy to recognize when your thinking is operating at an advanced level, but if you find that you think before you speak, question before you follow, and always strive to understand how the mind works, then this channel is for you. At the Knownsense, we believe that true intelligence isn't about loud proclamations or flashy displays of knowledge. It's about control, emotional control, mental control, and the ability to pause, reflect, and act with intention. Once you understand how the mind works, once you learn to harness its power, you'll start to see the world in a completely different light. Intelligence isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about knowing how to think, how to respond, and how to make decisions that lead to better outcomes in life. If you've ever felt like you operate differently from the people around you, if you've ever wondered why you don't react the same way others do, this video has given you the answer. Understanding the psychology behind these habits and abilities is the first step toward mastering your own mind. Subscribe to the Knownsense for more insights into how the mind works, and learn how you can cultivate these habits to enhance your cognitive abilities, navigate life's challenges with ease, and become the best version of yourself. Because real intelligence isn't loud or obvious. It's quiet, controlled, and deliberate. And once you start thinking like this, everything changes.